from Ronaldo and Zidane as they get set to make their much-anticipated entrance onto the pitch. Look at some of these players. Kaka, who's been such a central figure with Real Madrid. A wonderful atmosphere in Lisbon. And Zinedine Zidane, the man on your left, shaking hands with Pauleta and Nuno Gomes and Thierry Henry. Zidane's first 11 donning the blue. It's footballing royalty, if you will. A lot of legends most recently from the 1990s coming together. A wonderful occasion here. It's the 7th annual match against poverty. Enjoy the first half.
In the past, we've seen one or two players from futsal in this encounter as well. Technical skill is uppermost, and of course, again, wasn't blessed with too much pace in his playing days. That's Mikeli. First save for Fabien Barthez. End the European reign of Liverpool back in 2006. Benfica were excellently coached by Ronald Koeman. Something of the laissez-faire attitude towards players coming in and going out. We can permit that. It's the way we all like to play. Zidane with the ball in. First touch for Jean Cerny, one of those two players from Haiti. Well, that decision on the funding was, of course, only taken a little more than a week ago. Zidane. A lot of time on the ball for Henry. Cerny was on the left-hand side. It was a nice little spot from Thierry Henry. Les Choice after signing from Aigle Noir, the team that also produced the other talent on show. Joseph Peterson, I'm sure we'll see a little bit of later. Nice step over from Davids after one that was even nicer from Zidane. This isn't bad. Some people just never lose it. Sportsmen never stop wanting to win, do they? And sports fans the same. They remember Luis Figo 6 years with the side from the green half of Lisbon. Sporting, of course. Here's Zidane. Now Henry. Louis Shaw with the challenge. Wonderfully spread by Zidane. Rui Costa. Nice little touch from Rui Costa. And as ever, Fabien Barthez comes up. Dani Alves. Zidane straining to get there. Just 5 on the keepy-uppy run from Henry. Too many charity campaigns to mention, it seems, at times. Great ambassador for events against world poverty. Henry likewise. Well, what a bench. Great to see him pulling on the boots. Mind you, it took him enough persuasion to hang them up in the first place. Here's Kaka. And still Kaka somehow. And still Kaka. The first goal of the night. We might be without Ronaldo, but the man he chose as his replacement, the former Milan man now plying his trade with Real Madrid, made it look as effortless in a match against poverty as he has done so many times for his club. Outfoxed Louis Shaw and Roger. And actually a really smart finish, wasn't it? Costas Katsouras, of course, had an incredible effort in Euro 2004 against the Benfica side, but is now all square. And the man who played against him in those matches in Euro 2004 profits from the move that the Greek started. Nuno Gomes makes it 1 apiece. And that was a fancy finish from the 33-year-old. First goal. His side have had the next laugh. The most sublime from Mikeli, the most effective. The Mexican wave, the backdrop, as Davids got rid of the ball, now wants it back. And Silva did well. Very, very close Champions League season. It's Villarreal, Lille and Manchester United. Now Mikeli. loves the spectacular and the sensational, and that's a lovely ball for Nuno Gomes, who's looking for somebody to pass it to, and when it came to passing it into the net, he didn't quite know how to do it. Well, he's done it once already. Unselfish from Nuno Gomes. They do try and get everybody in on the score sheet if they can. Think of a tongue lashing had he done that in a competitive game, passing across his own box, but Zidane select side. Zidane and friends. Charitable enough not to make him pay too much for that. Here's Zidane. Still Zidane. The headline act for this game. Here's Davids. Zidane with the ball in. Dani Alves. Kaka, like Nuno Gomes at the other end, didn't want to shoot. And when Pauleta was onside, to really stretch for a ball in midfield to win it back. There's certainly no restraint being shown by Micheli, and this time there will be no invitation passed up by Nuno Gomes. Micheli the unselfish one this time, and Benfica have turned it around to lead. Dani Alves, his international colleague Kaka. How many times will we hear that in 2010 with the World Cup finals looming? Great ball from Zidane, good vision, poked in by Dani Alves. Benfica were looking for a flag. As it was for his club yesterday. Katsouras with the ball in, Rui Costa was lurking out there. Kaka. Figo. It's a nice little touch from Luis Figo. Set up the room for the shot when it could eventually come in from Pauleta. Beside his spiritual home, there might be one here. A chance for an equal. Going to get our first glimpse of Ramirez for the night very shortly. For Benfica. Plenty of players warming up. Chief among them, at the present time, is Patrick Kluivert. Colours of your side. And for a brief time, they'll struggle to know who one another are. We're going to have 6 changes in a moment for Zidane's side. And I see Luciano, the keeper from Groningen in the Netherlands. And Ivica Olic as well. So that means a break for Kaka, and we have the veteran Neno as well. Helped in by Luis Figo, Kluivert battling for it. Xavier wouldn't let him have it, would he? Nobody wanted to clear it. They all seemed to want them to have another go, and Zidane denied. Huge cheer for Nuno, 9 times a Portuguese international. Inside the Estadio da Luz, wanted to see Chalana put the ball in. Now it could lead to a goal for Zidane's team. You hardly need me to tell you the name of Chalana when he's on the ball. But Dalus will do it for us. Go to support. Well, if you want to support them wherever you're watching around the world this match against poverty for 2010, get on slbenfica.pt and give generously your donations. Nuno Gomes would be the biggest cheer of the night. Had it been a goal for Chalana. Script to Luciano, had they? Nuno Gomes. Rui Costa. Delightful futsal style ball through. Have to put whistle to mouth. Well, difficult to get back for the aging. The game of football. The relief effort in Haiti here will be the winner from tonight's events. Now surely they didn't do that back in his day. Zidane. Oh, Dimas didn't get there. Dani Alves did. Almost led to a goal for Zidane's team. Well, surely Louis van Gaal isn't making tactical notes for half-time there. At some stage, I'm sure. Luis Figo. 1.5 to the break. That's a nice ball in from Luis Figo. Oh, they were queuing up well. Played in La Liga over the course of the weekend. Over an hour in the 4-2 win for Villarreal against Zaragoza. Zidane. Wonderful step over by Davids. Lovely feet there as well. Queuing up here. Figo didn't strike it cleanly. How has Pires missed? Might not have counted anyway. He'll get some ribbing about that at half-time. Chiellini to say half-time at the Estadio de Luz.
Too many substitutions really to keep you aware of, folks. Unlimited here. We can see a lot of goals. Looks like we are all set. Let's rejoin all the festivities in Lisbon.
Let's replace their hero Chalana. Here's Timashuk. Got a powerful long-range shot on him. And it's turned over the bar early on from Moreira. His first touch and goal. Led Zenit St. Petersburg, of course, to their 4 trophies in little more than 10 months. Lifted in by Zidane. Nedved. Here's Kluivert. Incisive from Timothy. The Estadio de Luz. Been plenty of publicity around the game. The excitement has filtered through to the crowd. Some of the retired amongst the cast list on the field needed that little energy lift, haven't they, at times? Here's Zidane. Nice from the show. Zidane was more than happy to hear the whistle, believe you me. Players looking to do the incisive and the entertaining. Olic here to entertain. Kluivert. Unbelievable that it's not 2-2. Thanks for helping me out, Patrick. I might not have got there. There's Zidane. Well, that's a nice ball. Kluivert was convinced he was offside. See what Benfica can make of this. Manuel Fernandez pushed it wide. In from Popescu. Took a reflection that could have taken it anywhere. What was I to do? The number 7 here for Benfica tonight. Might get a bit confusing at times. We'll do our best to help you out on that front. Here's Zidane. Wonder how long he'll play from here. Lifted in by Timashuk. Fairly nice. Now Pires. And Olic again with the effort. Cheered at every turn. Zidane. Nicely away from Veloso. Zidane. Must be this time. Pires. Made sure. It's 2-2. Good work from the 2 Frenchmen. They didn't look too concerned at conceding, do they? Surely that wasn't the message going out to defence. So they came to see some magic from Zidane. And Zizou doesn't disappoint. So laboured from Veloso that he actually did well. And it will be Zidane to be replaced by Gheorghe Hagi. In this game tonight. Intervention there, only managed to feed Pires. Now Olic. Oh, well done from Nedved. The Zidane team should really have gone ahead there. They've had so many chances in the second half. That was fairly nice as well, wasn't it? And that was Gheorghe Hagi with the special intervention. Hagi. Quick feet from Pires. Nedved in now. Chance in. And good save from Moreira. Kluivert hit it into the ground. Not the first time that Moreira has had to be called upon for brusque reflexes. Hagi decides to go for goal this time. It's a neat through ball, and Benfica have scored again. Edgar with almost his first touch. He's only been on the field for 3 or 4 minutes. And found the angle perfectly, Edgar. to make it 3-2 to Benfica. Luis, having scored the third goal, is going to be withdrawn. The third goal was almost equalised by Zidane's side. A powerful left foot of Gheorghe Hagi. Played at the end of the first half for a Benfica side, but believe me, you'll all be looking it up on the internet after this game. It's a shocker. Here's Nedved. They're looking for an equaliser here. Zidane's side. Timashuk stretching. Moreira did enough. Benfica still have the lead. More goal. 2-1 at the break. We found one apiece in the second period. One for Pires, equalising for Zidane's side. One for Luis to give Benfica the lead once again. That's a good ball. Squaring would surely make it 3-3. In fact, they didn't need to square it. And that's a very nice finish. You would say it was from the substitute, but they're all wearing that mantle at the moment. And it's Couto with the goal to make it 3-3. Over $500,000 in each of the previous editions raised by the match against poverty. That could have a winning goal here. Timashuk to try and provide it. Oh, off the post. Well, maybe it's apt that with both sides contributing so much, if we were to finish all square. Dugarry, he certainly didn't have that thought in his mind. Deflected off Pietra. Nicely done. Players waiting, including Timashuk, who's hit the post once. Held it up well. It's just not going to happen for the Frenchman, is it? Put together 94 minutes of quality. And rather fittingly it ends all square. 3-3 between the Benfica All-Star side. 3 tumbles from Mads Magnussen.